My fellow citizens of Burkina Faso and the people of West Africa, today we confront a question that could redefine the future of our region. Will West Africa break free from the constraints of the CFA franc and embrace a unified currency? For decades, the CFA franc has symbolized a colonial legacy, binding our economies to external powers. Together, we can create a future where West Africa thrives as a beacon of unity and prosperity. Now we have an opportunity to reclaim our financial sovereignty and foster unity among our nations. A single West African currency could mean shared strength, greater independence, and economic progress for all. But this journey will require bold decisions, collaboration, and the courage to prioritize the needs of our people over the interests of foreign powers. As we navigate this critical path, let us remember that true independence begins with control over our resources and our economy.
Welcome to Talk of Africa 360, your source for insightful news, analysis, and thoughtful commentary. If you value informed perspectives and fact-based reporting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is based on reliable public sources and credible online information. It is intended strictly for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote or endorse political violence, hate speech, or any form of discrimination. Our goal is to inform, not to inflame. Thanks for being here. Let's stay informed together.
Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Burkina Faso and brothers and sisters across West Africa, today we gather at the crossroads of history where our collective decisions could shape the future of millions. The question before us is not merely economic, it is deeply tied to our sovereignty, our unity, and our legacy. Will West Africa move beyond the CFA franc, a symbol of colonial dependence, and embrace a single unified currency that reflects our true independence? The CFA franc has served as a double-edged sword for decades. While it brought monetary stability, it has also kept our economies tied to foreign powers, limiting our growth and sovereignty. But this path is not without challenges. It demands careful planning, mutual trust, and the resolve to place our shared future above individual interests. Together, we can ensure that West Africa is no longer a region defined by dependence, but a beacon of strength, resilience, and unity for all. It is time for West Africa to ask, can we achieve greater strength through unity? Can a single currency, crafted by us and for us, unlock the true potential of our region? Adopting a unified currency could pave the way for deeper economic integration, stronger trade ties, and a louder voice on the global stage. Let us rise to this moment, not with fear or hesitation, but with the courage to redefine our destiny. Thank you.
The official name of the currency is the Community Franco, but it is more commonly known as the CFA franc. It is the official currency of 8 countries in West Africa, namely Senegal, Mali, Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Bissau, Niger, Chad and Togo. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Plus, it is also used in Benin, Cameroon, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Haiti and Rwanda. Now, why do so many countries use this one currency? Because they were all once French colonies. This makes the West African Economic and Monetary Union the 3rd largest economy in Africa after Nigeria and South Africa. But the tide is slowly turning and West Africa is taking a bold step towards independence by ditching the CFA franc and replacing it with a new currency called the eco. Both the CFA franc and the euro have enjoyed relative exchange rate stability over the past decade, contributing to macroeconomic stability and predictability in CFA franc-using countries. As a result, it is anticipated that the eco will also benefit from a stable exchange rate, although its performance will depend on various factors, including the strength of the euro and the management of the new currency by the WAMU. Specifically, the eco will be pegged to a weighted average of the euro, CFA franc. West African CFA franc, FCFA, is currently pegged to the euro at a fixed exchange rate of €1 to 655.96 CFA francs. They believe that the eco will serve as a symbol of unity, independence and self-reliance. Several regional economic communities, RECs, such as the East African Community and the Southern African Development Community, are promoting closer ties among member states. However, these challenges are not insurmountable and can be mitigated through effective planning and communication. The West African Central Bank and member states are working to ensure a seamless transition and minimize any potential disruptions. Regional integration aims to strengthen intra-African trade, promote investment and foster collective economic growth. These countries have been members of the WEMU and have agreed to unify their currencies. More countries are expected to join the WEMU and adopt the ECO in the future. The adoption of a single currency is a significant step toward achieving these goals. The BCAO will be responsible for setting monetary policy, regulating financial institutions, and ensuring the stability of the ECO. The process gained momentum in the early 2000s, leading to the signing of the Treaty of Abuja in 2003, which established the WAMU. The banknotes also include security features such as watermarks and microprinting to prevent counterfeiting. This can simplify cross-border transactions, reduce transaction costs, and promote economic integration within the region. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. Together, we can continue to explore and understand the fascinating world of African economies. The shift to the ECO reflects a growing desire for self-determination and a break from the colonial past. The winning entry was submitted by a Cameroonian national who proposed the name ECO as it symbolizes ecology, economy, and dynamism. However, the exact composition of the basket and the new exchange rate for the ECO will be determined by the West African Central Bank, BCAO, before its introduction. During the colonial era, the French franc was pegged to the value of gold. By adopting a common currency, it is intended to facilitate trade, investment, and economic activities within the region. The ECO is expected to promote cross-border transactions and reduce transaction costs associated with currency exchange. Regular consultations, joint decision-making, and the resolution of any emerging issues promptly are essential for the smooth adoption and usage of the new currency. And after independence, most West African countries continued using the CFA franc, which was pegged to the French franc and later the euro. This move has been met with mixed reactions from both locals and financial experts. So what are the reasons behind this decision? And what does the future hold for the ECO? Stay tuned till the end to find out. Here are 20 interesting facts about the new currency that you should know. In 1945, the French colonial empire in Africa adopted the French franc as the sole currency across its colonies, including those in West Africa. After independence, most West African countries continued to use the CFA franc as their official currency. The CFA franc was pegged to the French franc and later the euro, providing stability and facilitating trade with France and other European countries. No. 1. The West African Monetary Union WAMU is responsible for issuing the new currency. However, coins will no longer be used as the smallest unit of currency, and the West African Central Bank will issue new banknotes to facilitate transactions. The WAMU consists of 8 member states, namely Benin, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea, Mali, Niger, Senegal, and Togo. The West African Monetary Union aims to enhance trade, investment, and economic growth within the region by adopting a common currency. By doing away with multiple currencies, businesses and individuals can engage in cross-border transactions more easily without incurring foreign exchange costs or risks. This simplification can streamline trade processes, reduce transaction costs, and foster greater economic integration among West African nations. Additionally, a single currency can enhance the credibility and stability of the region as monetary system by centralizing monetary policy and reducing exchange rate volatility. By adopting the ECO, West African countries aim to project an image of unity, strength, and readiness for global economic integration. The new currency serves as a symbol of solidarity and cooperation among the member states, fostering a sense of shared identity and purpose. These countries have agreed to adopt a single currency, the ECO, replacing the CFA franc. Number 2, the introduction of the new currency is part of a broader effort to promote regional integration and economic cooperation among West African nations. No. 3, according to the World Bank, the combined GDP of the 8 WAMU countries was approximately $478 billion in 2021. Number 4, the new currency will be pegged to a basket of the euro and the currencies of West African countries. No. 5, the value of the new currency is expected to remain relatively stable compared to the CFA franc. Number 6, The 8 West African nations that make up the WAMU have agreed to give up their individual currencies in favour of the ECO, which will become the official currency of the region by January 2024. Number 7. The CFA franc has been used in many African countries since the 1940s, when they were still under French colonial rule. Number 8. The CFA franc was subdivided into 100 centimes, but the new currency, the ECO, will be divided into 100 new centimes. Number 9. Despite some concerns regarding the CFA franc's colonial legacy and limited ability to represent national identities, many West Africans have expressed support for the new currency. Number 10. The adoption of the ECO is part of a broader trend toward regional economic integration in Africa. Number 11. While the transition to the ECO is expected to be generally smooth, there may be short-term challenges associated with currency exchange rates and adjustments to accounting systems. Number 12. The French franc was the official currency of France and several French colonies, including those in West Africa, until 1999, when it was replaced by the euro. Number 13. The primary objective of creating the ECO is to foster economic integration and cooperation among West African nations. Number 14. The 8 countries that will initially adopt the ECO are Benin, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea, Mali, Niger, Senegal and Togo. Number 15. The issuance and management of the new currency will be handled by the West African Central Bank, BCAO, which currently serves as the central bank for the WAMU member states. Number 16. There have been ongoing discussions and negotiations regarding the adoption of a single currency for West Africa since the 1990s. Number 17. One of the main advantages of adopting the ECO is that it will eliminate exchange rate fluctuations and associated costs for trade and investment between West African countries. Number 18. The name ECO was chosen through a public contest open to residents of the 8 WAMU member countries. Number 19. The design of the new banknotes features images and colours that represent the people, culture and natural resources of the WAMU member countries. Number 20. To ensure a successful transition to the ECO, it is crucial that West African countries maintain close coordination and collaboration. As we wrap up this journey through the world of African currencies, we hope you've enjoyed learning about the new currency, the ECO.
As reactions continue to pour in from across the continent, one thing is clear. Africa is demanding respect, sovereignty, and accountability. Was this just a diplomatic misstep or a deeper sign of shifting global alliances? We'll be watching closely. If you found this story important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, unfiltered African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, telling the stories that matter.